Hey, this is Matt with Let's Talk Music. I'm here with the band Monroe. Actually, the whole band, Gavin, Dalton, Logan, and Josh. And fellas, thanks for joining me this evening.
Absolutely.
So,
Anytime.
debut album, This Is Rebirth on Imagen Records.
Mhm.
Done quite a few interviews with some Imagen Record alumni, but the new song, dude, is freaking fire. I loved it.
Thank
And
you.
and Let It Burn, I mean, kind of has fire in it. So, but yeah, man, tell me a little bit about it.
I mean, the whole EP we've been working really hard on. We've had this stuff done for at least a year and a half, probably. We've been spending so
Someone
much time in the studio, getting this stuff nailed out. So, it's really glad to be out and ready for the people's ears to hear. So,
So this was done written during COVID, or is that why
pretty
it's
much,
yeah.
mostly, yeah. I mean, we had everything was a little spaced out, but yeah, it was mostly done during COVID, and a lot of the recording process happened during that time.
Okay. So you do the clean vocals, and I take it that Josh does the unclean because of the
Yeah,
video.
Josh does all the yelling, and or Josh does all the screaming, and I do the clean and yelling.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, man, it was I loved it. It's I'm not really going to compare bands, but I think you guys you fit in good with a certain genre with like the post metalcore, and it's freaking awesome. So
Thank you.
Dalton,
Mhm.
let's get you in the pit. Let me see them guitars, man. What you got there?
Dolphino.
Yep. This is this one's my main
Oh, that's pretty.
Washburn.
Oh wow, yeah. I haven't seen a
Yep.
Washburn since Nuno Betancourt.
Yep. Yep.
He's a classical man.
It's weird. I think Washburn's pretty much on mostly acoustic. Just weird.
Yeah, yeah. The Washburn is a nice guitar. I mean, I don't play much, but I have played, and they have a I don't know if you have it set up right, man. It damn near plays itself.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So,
Uh,
and Logan, how about you, buddy? What do you like to play?
I'm the main thing I play is it's an LTD.
Okay,
It's like I really just like the look of like the hard dark body basses.
and
Neck through and the dark body was really my only must haves.
Josh, how about you, man? What's your drums? What do you prefer?
So play a Gretsch. Had a Gretsch. I've had this drum set actually since I was 16. Um, so it's got a lot of miles on it. So I'm kind of looking into a different kit. I'm kind of looking at Mapex. I don't know, but I don't think I'm gonna stick with Gretsch yet. Looking around.
So, like your unclean vocals, how long have you been doing that, Josh?
Since we wrote Tides, actually, when yeah, when Gavin came to us and he had the meat and potatoes of Tides, and we were going through it. I was saying, oh man, hey, what about I was thinking about maybe some screams, at these parts here, maybe these parts, and before we hadn't done any of that, and I was kind of referring to maybe Gavin doing the screaming, and then Gavin just looked at me, he's like, all right, then do it. I'm like, oh, all right, give it a shot, I guess. And then yeah, we kind of started working on it, and then Gavin started doing his yelling, and we kind of started working, working with his yells and my screams, and we're like, oh, that's pretty good sound. So
It is.
yeah, it wasn't until we wrote Tides.
So, like, just out of curiosity, and I'm gonna hit everybody. Right now I'm just starting with Josh. When is it complicated to play drums and do the unclean vocals at the same time?
Some parts, yeah. Some of them not so much, but yeah, there's a couple parts where I'm doing some screaming, and already as a drummer, you got to be ambidextrous and doing one thing with your arms and different things with both your legs. It's already kind of tricky, and then having to do some screaming that's it's completely different. It could throw you off, and there's a couple parts in our songs that it took me a couple tries to really hammer down the vocals with the drumming, because it can be a little difficult at times. I look at some drummers that do lead vocals, and I see them doing that, and I don't know how I could do that. I can't really do any of the harmonies, because our songs are full of harmonies, and it's like, man, I can't keep time drumming and singing the whole time the harmonies. So,
and that's kind of what I was like wondering, is like, being able to, because I would think, I mean, I've played little drums too, and for me, I was keeping the beat in my head, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and I feel like if I was to try and sing, I would completely mess up. So hats off to you for that, man. I mean, that's some talent.
Oh, thanks, man.
So let's get to Gavin. It sounds like you started this whole thing.
Yes, sir. I did. Correct.
And when did that happen?
It had to be anywhere from like 2015, 2016. I don't remember the exact time, because I've always, been wanting to do it, and we went through a lot of guys, and had a lot of drummers. We've had a lot of guitar players, but it had to be somewhere around that time. And we were absolutely terrible for a good amount of years. So I'm glad we are what we are today.
Yeah, and I mean, I read that This Is Rebirth was produced by Morgan Rose of Seven Dust.
Mm-hmm. Sure was, and that's crazy to think that, if you would have came to me 6 years ago and told me that our EP, This Is Rebirth, was going to be put out with Morgan Rose on the tracks and helping it, and not only him but also musicians such as Barry Stock from 3 Days Grace and Shaun Foist of Breaking Benjamin, that would have blew my mind. Like, I wouldn't have believed you. I would have called you crazy. I would have been like, no way, we suck. And now, we've grown and we take this very seriously, and we became something more than I could have ever have imagined. And I'm still having uh, trouble processing that, because it's still, every day is amazing to me. So I still don't get it.
So how long have you been playing with the group of guys that you have now?
Probably 3 years, I would think, around roughly.
Like the end of 20.
Because Josh is the newest.
Yeah,
Josh is the newbie.
Yeah, it was like December 3 years ago. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't even decided if Josh is in the band yet.
Yeah.
They're giving you some Jason Newsted shit there, buddy.
Yeah, you got to pay your dues.
But yeah, man. I mean, it's so 3 years. I mean, I guess, and you guys got a pretty good chemistry.
Oh yeah. Wonderful.
So I noticed you play guitar in the video. So what's your guitar of choice?
So I'm a huge fan of LTD ESP guitars. I bought one when I was in high school, and the thing just don't break. and I I beat the hell out of it, and it just don't break. But right now, it is my secondary. I'm playing a custom Blackheart guitar right now, and I love that guitar. It's doing what it needs to do, but that LTD ESP Les Paul just the thing just don't break. So
Right.
LTD, if you're out there, sponsor me because I want more of you.
So how do you guys like Imagen Records?
I mean, they're great. They're serving their purpose very well. So we really enjoy working with them, and they help get us out there, get us on playlists, and I mean, without them, we wouldn't be here talking to you right now. So we appreciate everything they do for us.
Yeah, and it's I actually talked to the guy that runs it. What is his name?
Steven?
Steven, yes. He has
Steven?
He has a band. And
Yep.
we was man, see, I do so many of these damn things, it's like hard to remember everybody because like I mean, oh, let's see, last week I did like 14.
Wow.
You know, US, Europe. I mean, I talked to a guy that his name's Gary Moat. He's got a band called Burnout Wreck, but he used to be the drummer for Heavy Pettin' and was talking about back in the 80s going out on tour with freaking Motley Crue on the Shout at the Devil tour. I was like, Jesus. So yeah, it's pretty cool, man, to get to, you know, just talk to these people from all around the world. It's been a real blast. And like, you know, I'm telling you, this what you guys got going on is like the right now, and especially with the people that you've worked with. I mean, I talked to Keith Wallen from Breaking Benjamin, really cool guy. All those bands are coming to Columbus here soon. Columbus and Mansfield. We got the Sonic Temple and
Columbus, Ohio?
yes. Yep. Where are you guys out of?
Rockford, Illinois. The drummer for Breaking Benjamin is actually from Westchester, Ohio, and that's where he recorded Tides. Was in Columbus, Ohio, and so that'll be like a little home area show for him. But the drummer for Breaking Benjamin's the only one that we directly work with, and he's a Ohioan. So
hell yeah. So what's next for you guys? I mean, we you getting out on the road or what's happening?
I mean, we're open to all opportunities. Right now, we're focusing on a lot of Midwestern stuff because, contrary to popular belief, we all work full-time jobs, and we all are grinding, you know, to make this our thing. And we're open to tours if they come up. We want to make sure that we pick something that's beneficial to us and the band and our realistic lives, unfortunately. I mean, yeah, we would love to get out there, but right now we're focusing on a lot of Midwestern stuff, regional stuff, you know, Iowa, Wisconsin, Indiana, Illinois, going a little south,
Come on, Ohio.
trying to hit the biggest opportunities we can. And Ohio, yep, Ohio.
Yeah.
We're not too far from Rockford, dude. I drive a truck. I know where Rockford's at.
Okay.
So yeah, man, we got some killer venues here, I'll tell you that. Right now, well, we got the Newport, which is, believe it or not, the longest consistent running rock venue in the United States. Used to be the Columbus Algora. My brother went there when it was a Columbus Algora, 78 and seeing AC/DC and ended up getting drunk with Angus Young. I was like, man,
really? No kids.
I was like, that would be something pretty freaking awesome. But we got another new venue. Are you guys big into like local music? I'm sorry.
What's that?
Are you guys big into local music?
Oh
Like,
yeah, very much. I mean, we not too long ago used to be that local music. So
right. Have you ever heard of X Factor One?
I have not.
Okay, well the guy that I think he was the singer, or I'm pretty sure he was a singer. He left the band and started a venue here called King of Clubs. And freaking everybody plays there, man. It's an amazing venue. Yeah, if you guys got a booking agent or whatever, tell him to look him up because he's, oh, you're the booking agent? Hit him up, dude. Hit him up on thekingofclugs.com or something like that. Because that dude is, like I said, he was part of a local band and he'll get you guys in there.
Oh yeah.
So, and it's a killer club. So, Logan, we haven't seen much of you, buddy. How you doing over there?
Not too bad.
Yeah, that's a really cool shirt you got on there, Logan.
Thanks.
Yeah, I seen that. That's a pretty cool shirt.
Yeah, I got it when I was with Gavin.
So
it was a fun day.
When you guys going to catch up with Gavin and Dalton with the facial hair?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, like, we can't all just look the same. That's we already got long hair.
Yeah,
you got the chicks magnets, and then you got like the musician players,
Oh, so they're saying that the bass player and the drummer's kind of off to the side there. I see.
I didn't say that. You did.
I'm messing with you.
I didn't say that.
No, but yeah, man. I mean, like I said, I think you guys have just you knocked it out of the park with "Let It Burn," and
Thank you.
I listened to Anyone at All also. Was getting ready to do In the Darkness, and then we had to start. Like, I mean, we've been trying to set this thing up for a minute, and the other night you was running late getting home from work, which I understand that because it happens to me too. And then of course, a mistake last night. So I get home, man, and I'm like, if I'm not doing interviews, especially yesterday is Valentine's Day, I had to make the wife happy, all that good stuff, give her candy and flowers and shit. But don't want to be sleeping in a doghouse. But
right.
I mean, so you got a 5-track EP. So far I've listened to 2 out of 5. And I'm telling you what, if I was writing a music review on this shit right now, you guys would be, I'd be pumping you up so much.
Thank you.
I love it, dude. It's like I said, it's my wheelhouse now. Granted, I'm more of a 80s, 90s kind of rock guy, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. But, I've really been getting into, I mean, like some of the stuff that I'm doing overseas, man, it's like, you can barely understand it. But the music, the break thing is just freaking killer. And behind the music,
oh yeah,
that I think is something that COVID really, I feel like it really helps people get their writing out there. You know what I mean? So it's like, I mean, you guys had time to write, you had time to make music, and I think the songs that were written during COVID, they have a lot more meaning to them. It's not just some cookie cutter bullshit. So props to you there, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
So when's the next single?
You never know. We got a couple songs on the back burner. We got to get into the studio and do some recording, but hopefully that will come sooner than later. A lot of times it's not up to us anymore. We can do our recording part, but the fans can get mad at everyone else. So, because they're the ones that take a long time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the reason I ask is because like a lot of people now, especially in today's, music world, what they're doing is they're releasing, singles 2 weeks out, 2 months out, whatever. It gives people enough time to jam to that one single over and over, and then they're like, okay, they start to get bored with them, and you can smack them in the face with another one,
Oh yeah,
and that's kind of like the concept I've heard from a lot of musicians. Because I mean, unfortunately, MTV and albums and all that stuff ain't around no more.
yeah, unfortunately.
Those were great tools back in the day, but I mean, now you got streaming, you got YouTube, I mean, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. I mean, there's so many ways for you guys to get out there, and I mean, you got one of the best publicists in the business, dude. I love Shauna to death. Um, she hooks me up with so many bands. She really cares about her bands. She, will do everything she can for you guys. So you definitely hooked up with a good one there. Did I lose you? It says my internet connection is unstable.
Yeah, you were cutting out a little bit.
Yeah, you're all good though. I didn't really miss any.
So, well, it's we usually I only do one or two at the same time, so it just could be that my internet sucks tonight. We've had high winds today. It was like 72 here today.
Yeah.
72. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that don't happen in February. So some
Was
bad
that like
stuff come.
summertime?
Huh?
Is
No,
that
he's
like
talking about
summertime?
No, I mean it was like yesterday was in the 50s. Over the weekend was in the 20s and 30s, and just Mother Nature in Ohio, dude, is bipolar as fuck.
Right, and you're not too far from us, so that's weird.
Yeah, but you guys are up in that snow belt, man. You're on the lake.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we got a big
we're
old
not far.
Yeah, so it's like it was, but the wind. I mean, it's been screwing with everything, and in my part of town, we still got old school internet. They ain't fiber optic yet, so it's still from the pole to my house.
Right.
So, all right, guys. Well, I appreciate your time this evening, and
Yeah, thank you.
I would love to see you guys here in Columbus, Ohio. Do a live one. Maybe I could be a lot more prepared. Like I said, it kind of I was trying to get things together. I'm at the last, I don't know, half hour hitting Shauna up like, hey, can you resend me the press release? Can you, but the press release is just a bunch of words. I mean, it's cool that you guys worked with the guys from Seven Dust and 3 Days Grace and Breaking Benjamin, but your music is what speaks for you, and it's speaking loud and clear, fellas.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
Appreciate that a lot.
keep up what you're doing, and I'll get this up on YouTube and promote the Let It Burn. I'll put that in the description so people can listen to it, and try to get it out to my subscribers and everything else, and just keep up the good work, man. You guys are freaking awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So, all right, guys. Well, I'm gonna let you off here, and I appreciate everybody joining me. Yeah. You guys have a good evening in Illinois. There.
All right.
Love to see you in Columbus.
You too. Thanks for having us.
All right, man.
Sounds good.
Absolutely.
Bye.